According to the National Center for Learning Disabilities, 1 in 5 kids struggle in the classroom with things like dyslexia, ADHD, or challenges with focus and organization. These kiddos might need some extra help to thrive in school. And for those families, heading back to school comes with a different kind of checklist than just shopping for school supplies.
Kids that really struggle with reading and prioritizing in traditional school systems, but are great at the arts and the creative thinking that solves really critical problems out in life.
The list of people who have thrived with learning disabilities is longer than most people realize. Whoopi Goldberg, Bill Gates, Picasso, Einstein. Brett Geiger says kids like his students aren't defined by what's hard for them, they're defined by what they're capable of. A federal program exists to make sure these students get the support they need. It's called an IEP, an Individualized Education Plan. Under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, every public school district in the country is required to evaluate a child when a parent asks in writing. Private and independent schools are not, so if your child attends one, the IEP process still runs through your local public school district.
The IEP is typically the end result of a series of partnerships and conversations with the school over time. So keeping that open door of communication, helping schools understand what's going on at home, what you're seeing, and understanding what's going on in the classroom, those conversations over time could result in an IEP. And that's the type of document that's really going to serve them well for the future, because it's going to offer them accommodations and support that people will understand in writing. These are the things that our child needs to be successful.
And those accommodations don't just help in the classroom. An IEP follows a child all the way through high school and can unlock extended time and other supports on major standardized tests like the ACT and SAT. Brett Geiger, president of Springer School and Center, a Cincinnati institution serving students with learning disabilities for more than 50 years, says starting the process can be intimidating on your own. His advice: don't wait and don't just Google it.
Don't hide at home and worry, right? That is not the way to do this. Googling answers, also not the way to solve the problem. Just raise your hand, go find an adult, find the teacher, the school administrator, say, here's what I'm observing at home.
One of the reasons so many kids go unidentified for so long, Geiger says, is that they become experts at hiding. In a classroom of 30 kids, it's easy to disappear. At Springer, classes max out at 10 to 12 students with 2 adults in the room. Once a parent puts their concerns in writing, the clock starts. The school has 30 days to respond, and if they move forward with an evaluation, federal law requires a plan to be in place within 60 days. After that, the IEP is reviewed every year, and every 3 years, the child undergoes a full reevaluation to make sure the plan still fits their needs. Parents can also request a meeting at any point. They don't have to wait for that annual review. One thing to note, if your child doesn't qualify for a full IEP, ask about a 504 plan, a related federal protection that provides accommodations without the full special education designation. Either way, you and your child have options.
Springer Center is always a resource to help point people in the right direction. We do tutoring, after-school activities, programming for kids after school.
And for families who don't have an IEP yet, but suspect their child might need one, Springer's Center offers psychoeducational evaluations, parent programming, and tutoring that's open to the entire Cincinnati community, not just Springer students. The bottom line, if you have a child with a learning disability or you suspect your child might need extra support, the time to act is now, before the school year begins. Knowing the IEP process is one thing, but for families who are living it every day, this is about a lot more than timelines and federal law. Mason City Schools Superintendent Jonathan Cooper knows that better than most. He's led a district of more than 10,000 students. He's also the father of Miles, his son with Down syndrome. So he's gone through IEP meetings from both sides of the table.
It's a privilege because I get to see it from both sides and I get to experience it, and it gives me a great empathy for the process that parents go through, the nervousness that they have as they go into an IEP process. That can be very intimidating for parents and families.
Cooper says no matter how many specialists are in the room, no one knows a child better than the people raising them. Cooper has a simple habit he and his wife practice every school year. He recommends writing a short paragraph about your child, their strengths, their patterns, what works, what doesn't. Hand it to their teacher on day 1. It gives educators a head start that no assessment can replicate.
The parent is an expert, and so the parent has a lot to say. The parent should come in with confidence that they know their kid, because even though it's intimidating, we have all kinds of experts around in the room. Bring their notes in with them because it can be a very emotional process.
And for parents walking into that process for the first time, Cooper says whatever you're feeling is valid.
There could be guilt that they feel, there could be, did I miss something? There could be defensiveness. I would say realize those are normal emotions and realize that's going to happen. Recognize that. But then when you come to that meeting, come with an open mindset to know that everyone there wants your child to be successful.
His advice for staying connected throughout the school year: keep a running record of what you're seeing at home. Patterns, breakthroughs, behaviors. That information becomes the foundation of your child's next IEP meeting. And he says it doesn't have to be complicated.
Opening up your iPhone, that's simple. Opening up the notes section, putting on just the part that you can just verbalize that in and saying, hey, here's the pattern we're noticing. And then with all the AI platforms, you can actually put something through that in a safe platform, and it will analyze that and build some patterns and some notes for you.
And if your child's medication is changing, especially heading into puberty, Cooper says the school needs to know what works in September may not work in February. Keeping that line of communication open between a child's pediatrician, their parents, and their school team can make the difference between a good year and a really hard one. And Cooper says the conversation shouldn't stop with the child who has the IEP. It needs to extend to the whole family.
Just to recognize that if you have a child with special needs, and it takes, at least in our world, it takes a lot of time and energy and attention. When there are siblings involved, having an open conversation with them about what's going on is so important, because they're watching it, they're experiencing it, and they're experiencing it through a unique lens.
Cooper's message to parents who worry their child will feel different or left out is simple.
If a child is on an IEP, that's what that child needs, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually a great thing, because it means that they're going to get exactly the resources that they need to be successful.
If you have questions about the IEP process or want to learn more about the resources available to your family, ask your child's school now before the year gets started. I'm Caroline Gerhart, Fox 19 Now.